Hey everyone, how's it going? Thank you all for your patience. It took me a while to figure out where my headbuds were, or earbuds were, but we found them. And we are all set. I hope everyone's having a good Friday, Thursday, or Friday Junior, sometimes I like to call it. Hope you all can see everything. Just gonna wipe it just a little bit. It looked a little blurry. All right. So let me get the names up and then we'll get started with our reading. Starting at Love Queen is first. Let me pull up your question. All right, Magical Lioness, I will add you to the list. Oh yes, Armintha, that's how the full moon had me as well. I was very tired and nauseous. Um, like it's a beautiful full moon. I could see it from my bedroom window, which is really nice this morning. But it definitely had me struggling a little bit. All right, get your name on the screen, Love Queen, and I'm gonna pull up your questions, and then we'll be all set to go. All right, Love Queen slide, and then get up my email. I know I didn't put it together either until like the last minute. I was like, oh wait, there's a full moon coming up, and then I was like, that's why everything is happening. Like even now, like I'm cramping, and my cycles are typically linked to the moon cycles, but it's just like it's a little bit more aggressive than what it usually is. But it is what it is. We take it and we just get through it. All right. So, Love Queen, I got your questions right here. Put your name on the screen, then we'll get started. Okay. I wish I had a heating pad because I could put that on my stomach while I do the live, but I don't have one of those. All right, Love Queen. Oh no. What did I do with it? Okay, there we go. I closed out of the live chat thingy really quick. Okay. First question. So DM called. Woohoo! Exciting. Okay, so why did he do all of that? Why did he do all of that? Why did he do all of that? All right, so we got the Goddess or the God of Cups, which is the King of Cups, and the Temperance card. So water energy here. He could be just feeling the energy of Cancer season starting it off. You know, Cancers are known for being very emotional, emotionally sensitive, but also just in tune with their emotions, right? And I noticed that with the full moon energy too, a lot of people have been experiencing, you know, some reconciliation with folks, but also some clearing out of just like their feelings, you know, with their person or with just like people from the past. And so I feel like a lot of that has just been resurfacing with this person. And that's one of the reasons why he kind of just like laid it on you very strong, like what he was thinking and what he was feeling, trying to get a little bit more lighting. Okay. Hopefully that helps. All right. But yeah, I also see too, like both of you are just kind of like in this space where you want to just kind of pour your feelings out and just really pour into each other, like what you're feeling, what you're thinking, your desires, your wants. Because, you know, even though the Temperance card is not a per se like, you know, how do I word this, like a like Cancer, sign, but she's still connected with water. She's still connected with the energy with water, right? Because she's pouring into the cups, and she's trying to balance things out. So I feel like also with the goddess of cups, or I keep saying the goddess of cups because she's giving me this vibe of the goddess of cups because she has the cups in her hand and she's near the water, but it's just a lot of fiery energy too, because the temperance card is connected to temperance, or the temperance card is connected to Sagittarius. And so, like I said, the king of cups is someone that's very, into their emotions and their feels. So he was just in his feels and emotions. That's why he said all the things that he said, but also too with the water. Oh, I'm paying attention to the fish here, oftentimes, and they say like, oh, when you dream of fish, that means someone is pregnant. So like, wanting to have children with you, building and expanding that family. All right. Give you advice. Second question, give you advice on how to go about it since he contacted me where I set boundaries. All right. How should she go about these things? So we have the sun, we have the world. Look at that. We have the star. So you see how you keep showing up as a woman with 2 cups pouring into something. So it's like having that balance. Like it's okay to love. It's okay to want to be with your person and, desiring them, wanting to be with them, however much you want to, but also knowing that there's a need of a balance, right? So making sure that you don't pour too much into one area versus the other one, right? And I think also too, with this, we get this energy of like, with the world being in the middle, it's all about completion, learning your lessons, and also to not repeating the same cycles over and over again, right? So one of the biggest things of how to, move with this situation, this person, is to make sure that you're not repeating old habits with this person. So let's say one of the issues was before you didn't set really strong boundaries, making sure that you do that now. Let's say, in the past, you were too focused on them, you forgot about yourself, or you neglected yourself at times. Making sure you don't do that in this cycle or in this period of your life with this person. You have the sun here, and so the sun card represents, you, right? Even though the sun is typically connected to the divine masculine, in this card, in this energy, in this moment, I'm connecting it to you, and I feel like what they're saying is that you are the goddess, you are the sun, you are your moon, you are everything. You are the moon, you are the world, you are the sun, you are the stars. And if you look at it too, the sun, the world, and the stars, that's what you deserve. You deserve all of that. And so giving that to yourself and also demanding it energetically, meaning you don't have to tell a person, I deserve the sun, moon, and the world, and the stars. Like, no, your energy just shows it. And they're going to match it because they know that that's what you deserve because of how you treat yourself, how you show up for yourself. So they're going to match that. So I feel like that's one of the biggest things, too, when it comes to advice on how to, manage this connection, right? I love that for you. I just love that. And notice, you see how, like, there's a sun here, and then she has, like, the sun. She has 2 things in her hands, and this one, too. And there's her moon back there, and then there's the sun. So it's like really prioritizing yourself is the key for that question. And then the second or the third one is it okay for me to call him and just see how he's been, even though he contacts me? I feel nervous and my heart still drops when he calls. Is it okay? Is it safe for me to love him? Let's see. Is it safe for you to call? Oh, we got the 2 of Cups. Is it okay for you to love him? We got the God of Wands. I think it's safe for you to love him for sure. I feel like with the 2 of Cups and the God of Wands here, and at the bottom of the deck we have the Supreme card. In terms of it, is it safe for you? Is it okay for you to call him? I think right now what they're saying is to make sure that he, like, let him take the lead on this. And as I say that, the God of Cups comes back out. Let him take the lead on it. So let him continue to contact you first. You want him to pursue you, and it's not playing games or anything. It's just like, you have done your fair share of, like, bottom of the deck of the Ace of Cups. You have done your fair share of, like, showing up as a goddess, being, kind-hearted and just responsive and wanting to, you know, allow things to move forward with the connection. So this is his moment to kind of step it up to the plate. And as you say, like, he's been contacting you more than he usually has. So that shows you that, you know, he's stepping it up. And if anything, to continue to have him to do that, he's going to put more effort in, because he knows, like, okay, you know, oh, okay, I've just been doing this for about a month now. So that means, so then you start contacting him more often. Then he's like, okay, I ain't got to do it anymore. And it's like, no, you have to continue to court me, right? Regardless of what's going on. And so I think what they're saying is, at this moment, you know, let him continue to pursue you and to contact you. And then, of course, when he contacts you, absolutely, you can, you know, be all sweet, lovey-dovey, sexy, whatever you want to be. But if he doesn't do that, then he doesn't get that side of you. Like, he has to put in the work and the effort. Basically, he has to match your energy and recognize that you are the supreme. All right? That's what got you, my lovely queen. Yes, you can ask another question. Oh, look at that. When I split the deck, we got the Ten of Cups, or the Ten of Pentacles, which is very similar to the Ten of Cups. Go for it, love queen. What's your other question? Is union close? Let's see. Well, this one to jump out. So we have the Eight of Pentacles. You're getting there. Remember how when I split the deck, I said we have the Ten of Pentacles? So we got the Eight of Pentacles. So it's like you're at the Eight of Pentacles, basically, in this moment. Bottom of the deck is the Six of Wands. And then you see how the God of Cups is trying to stick out? So you're getting very close to it. I feel like the focus, too, is to continue to pay attention and prioritize yourself. And that gets you closer and closer to union. Because whatever you're doing is definitely keeping you on track and allowing you all to get closer to that phase. Look at that Ace of Swords. A fresh start with each other, a new beginning, potentially, you know, marriage coming up too. And then the Ace of Wands. See, another fresh start. This kind of reminds me of the World card? Yeah, because she had like the kind of the two wands situation going on in the card. So, like, you know, you spending time together, traveling the world together, and just starting this new beginning with one another. So yes, union is close. It's definitely close. So continue to do what you're doing. Alrighty. That's what I got for you, love queen. All right, up next is... Oh, thank you, Fiery Phoenix. I just saw your comments. I love your voice. It's soothing. Okay, we're in Happy Summer. You're up next. All right, let me pull up your question. And then we put up your name. I should probably put this in alphabetical order at some point in my life. These cramps are real, y'all. All right, we're in Happy Summer. They are real. Alrighty. Career. Entrepreneur, and 9 to 5, homeschool and work from home. What's the reason for all of this? Am I meant to... Oh, I'm sorry. We have the Hermit as the first card. We have the Three of Wands. Ooh, that's a good idea, Fiery Phoenix. That's a really good idea. I'll probably listen to that tonight before I go to bed or while I'm asleep. We have the Two of Swords, and we have the Goddess of Cups. Okay. And then we have at the bottom of the deck, we have the Star. They want me to get this deck. I have not used this deck. I don't even think I've used this like more than once. But they called me to get it today for the live, so I'm gonna use it. They want me to use it for your reading right now before. So let's see what we get. Like I still have the plastic and stuff on it. All right. Maybe we'll get some interesting messages with these. I'm assuming I can combine everything because they're like different type of cards. So we shall see how this goes. Oh, wow. That's very befitting. Okay, let me get another card. And then I'll start talking about the cards and channel the messages. All right. Okay. So in terms of, your career, you've gone to like different, different type of positions, different routes when it comes to your career. And you're just wondering like what spirit wants to say, like why these different hiccups, these challenges, what's the reason behind everything. So I feel like what I'm noticing here is that three of the cards, the woman's eyes are closed or like, blindfolded, right? And then this is the only card where her eyes are open. And what I feel like there are parts, what's one of the biggest things that Spirit is saying right now is that they understand like why you're questioning, why you have the questions that you have, why you're, feeling the emotions that you feel and, all of the things. But it's like, I'm hearing them say you're missing the bigger picture of it. In a sense of take things for what they were and what they are and appreciate the experience and the lessons that come from it and not look at it as like why me, what was me type of thing. So changing the way that you think about it is what I'm hearing them say, because like with this Three of Wands, you see like the rhino is walking with her on the outside of the road, but she's still able to hold on to it. And I feel like they're saying it's like, we have never left you for a stray. We never leave you with it. We don't abandon you. You might quote unquote feel that way at times, but they're never abandoning you. Hey, Diana. And there's this need for you to kind of like take this blindfold off and to change the way that you look at it, right? And I feel like what they're saying too is that they don't want you to, I don't know how to word it, like to translate it in what they're trying to tell me right now, but it's like they don't want you to feel like things are just like ridiculously like horrible all the time, nonstop. They don't love you, they don't care about you. Like I'm hearing them say like, yeah, stuff could be bad at times or it could feel like it's bad, but it's like it's not really that bad as you make it seem, because it's like I'm trying to figure out how to word this, because this is what they're saying. This is what I'm channeling. And they're like, if you really open your eyes and just see things from a different view, a different lens, you'll see how blessed you really are. You might say like, oh, I lost some stuff throughout these many years, but it's like that, yeah, you may have lost things, but like these things needed to go. You had to let them go. They had to be away from you. You no longer needed to be or surrounded with this type of stuff. And notice you got the Hermit and the Goddess of Cups, and they're both by themselves. They're isolated. But you see how she has a lantern and her third eye is open. And then here she's on this, this rock, but she has her cup and it's overflowing, right? And so what they're saying here is just like, you have everything you need. You will always have everything you need, which is always within you, right? It's within your reach. Everything that you want and need will always be within your reach, but you have to change. It's like you can't say, oh, thank y'all let's say something great happens today. Thank you guys for, letting this thing happen to me today. It's so amazing. And then tomorrow, let's say, I don't know, you get a parking ticket. And you're like, oh my gosh, I'm always getting parking tickets. It's always something. Every time I get some money, I got to pay for something else. Like, you can't, do that. You have to just take it in and just like, okay, I got a parking ticket. It's not the end of the world. I know I'm going to get the money to pay for it. Or like, I know this is going to be taken care of. Like, switching the way that you handle things and the narrative that you paint and that you tell yourself. Because if you always are in a, this mode where you're like, you feel like everything, the world is beating you down and everybody's just against you, or just things are not happening the way that you want them to happen, that's what's going to always happen to you. And so, and it's not something like, oh, you just do this for, like, you change your mindset for a month and then everything changes for you. Yeah, they might start changing, but if you go back to your old ways, they're going to continue to go back to that same type of lifestyle. So the idea that, like, you have to make this a practice, right? You have to find a way to just shift your thinking. Everybody's going to have their moment. They're going to have their days. But you have to be able to just shift it in a way where you catch it and you don't let it fester, basically. I know this is a lot, but I feel a heaviness in this energy and in your reading, because it's like, it seems like it weighs you down at times. And I feel like this full moon has been really intense for you. And so it's just making you feel like, I just give up. I'm tired of this. This is getting annoying. This is frustrating. Like, what am I doing wrong? And they're saying you're not doing anything wrong, and so, like, they're saying like you're not doing anything wrong, but they're saying like there's area for improvement, right? Like, you might be showing up as a B average student right now, and they're like, you are a straight A student, you are a straight A student. So show up as a straight A student, basically, right? I see your message. I just want what I was promised. You will get what you were promised. They're not saying like, oh, we're gonna never give you what you're promised. They want to give it to you. You will get that. And then with these cards, we have the Four of House, which is roots. Talks about family, home, background, comfort, cooking, inner world, real estate, shelter, self-care, rejuvenation, habits, and shell. So I feel like what they're saying here is like really working on your foundational thoughts and your beliefs. What thoughts keep living in your mind? What feelings will keep living in your heart? So, I think what you said, you like, I just want what I was promised. Like, you're going to get what you're promised, right? So shifting the way that you think about it too is important. Like, in it, I usually don't tell people to do this, but in this, for you, what they're saying is you got to start being cocky with it. Oh, I'm going to get what I was promised. I'm getting what I'm promised, period. Like, you really have to get into that space where, like, it's an expectation now. And I feel like that's where they want you to go, like, to get in that space, because if you get in that space, you won't feel like you won't get anything that you deserve. Like, how do I write this? Like, you won't feel like, oh, the world is against me, things are not happening for me. It's like, no, everything I want, I'm gonna get it. However long it takes, whatever it is, like, I'm still gonna get it. And you get to a point where you're like, you know what, I'm gonna get it quick, because that's what I'm supposed to have. And then we have Taurus, the bombshell. Earthy, practical, steadfast, productive, fertile, tactile, amp, worthy, ripe, pleasure-seeking, sensual or sensuous, blooming, solid, possessive, tenacious, loyal, patient, and deliberate. And I feel like the word they want me to keep pointing out here is patient. Patient, loyal, and tenacious. Like, you are all of those things, right? You are solid. You are making things work. You're being strong. You're not giving up. And so continue to be that. And I know it is so annoying when people tell you to continue to do something you've been doing for a long time. Like, I've been patient for years. I'm waiting. And it's just like, I know. We all have that experience where we're going to hear that word divine timing, wait for alignment, be patient, blah blah blah. But it's like once you actually get the thing that it is that you want or that you're trying to, attract or that you're waiting for, it will all make sense. It will all make sense. And you'll be like, wow, that's why they told me not to text this person at this time. That's why they told me, that's why I didn't get accepted for this job, because the job, is in the news for being scammers. There's different levels to it, right? So I know it sucks to hear patience and divine timing and it's coming, but it really is. And you just, like I said, shift the way that you think now to like this cocky mindset. Like, okay, I know it's coming. It has no choice but to come because I'm ready. Happy summer. Like literally shifting the way you think about things sometimes. And just being gentle with yourself. Like, I'm hearing them say also to stop reliving your past. So like once you, address the feelings that you have with that situation from the past or whatever lesson it is, don't keep reliving it. Don't, man, I remember when this stuff happened and all of that stuff fell apart and blah, blah, blah. Don't keep reliving that. Once you start your new chapter, that's your new chapter. Don't go back to the past, because that's another thing that can cause a little bit of annoyance and frustration too. Okay. All right. Next, let me get you a couple of ancestral messages from like my deck. Thank you, Love Queen and Arminta. Hello, Angelica. All right, get a couple messages from the deck, and then we'll move on. Well, look at that. We have money will flow into your life like water. You are receiving money for everywhere now. Get ready to enjoy it. Next, we have you're going out. Once I read this card, I'm not giving you any more messages because this is the message. You're going to get everything you pray for. So walk like you already got it. They're literally telling you like, look, don't worry. And at the bottom of the deck, we have you are divinely protected. Anyone that tries you, tries us. Okay. That's what I got for you, Red Nappy Summer. I hope that resonated with you. I know it was a lot. Just breathe. Just breathe. It's okay. I promise you it's all going to work out. Okay. All right. Up next is, I think, Arminta. Arminta, you are up next. And I think you said you had Pendulum Question. I really like these cards. Oh, it's funny. At the bottom of the deck is when I shuffled again was Cancer, the doula. Feeling sympathetic, comforting, nostalgic, protective, intuitive, birthing, tender. Okay. Cool. 1 tarot and 2 pendulums. You got it. Alrighty. Let me go to my messages. You're welcome, love. Okay. I don't know. Let's see. Nope. It is Astro deck. The Numinous Astro deck. All right. Let me get my pendulum. And then let's do your questions. First one, or the second question of your 3 questions here. So, are you all that special thing? All right. Are they? All right. Are you guys that? It's like in between yes and maybe. You know, like you see how it's going in between yes and maybe. It's not saying 100% maybe, and it's not saying 100% yes. It's like yes and maybe. So maybe like a catalyst, but on a higher level, or just like, you know, a divine counterpart, basically, like a soulful counterpart. And then we have, and then is that accurate? All right, let's see. Is that accurate for you too? Is that accurate? So that's a strong yes. You see how it automatically went to yes. It wasn't even an in-between part. So that's a yes to that second pendulum question of yours. And then your tarot question. Okay. Okay, cool. All right, let's see. We have Six of Cups, the Empress card, and then the Three of Wands. So it was a way for you all to kind of like reconcile telepathically and also within the dream world. Oftentimes, you know, when people are not in communication, or even when they are in communication, and there's some things that they want to share but they're afraid to do in the physical, there's a way that you all connect in your dreams, because you know that's our subconscious mind, and we're able to kind of like really get away from the reality, the 3D world, and connect in this type of way. And so I feel like that is why they enter your dreams, because they really did want to connect with you in that time. I feel like also too, you might end up dreaming about being a mother, like a mother, like you all sharing kids together as well too. But I feel like that dream, it provides you some guidance on like, and some coaching on like how to handle this situation with this person, is what I'm getting. I feel like a spirit baby might try to communicate with you like in that dream, because I feel like you'll be pregnant or having the child with this person. Is what I'm picking up here. I'm seeing a visual of you two of like with gray hair. You see how they're sitting here together? Like I see you two sitting here, but I'm seeing the gray hair. So it's like you all growing old together. Now, I don't know if that's like in the physical or if that's in like the, you know, the spiritual 5D realm, but I see a visual of that. And that could be something they might be thinking about too, of like, you know, wanting to grow old with you, wanting to, you know, enjoy life with you, wanting to experience life with you, right? Until you all grow old together. That's what I pick up here. So that's why, you know, you had that experience. And then let me get into the part where you like the last part that you said in the message. Oh, look at that. Four of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune. It was kind of like, you know, astral projection in a way, just for you to see the different things that you all can experience together, you know. That's what that was about. I'm glad you were able to return to your body. At the bottom of the deck is the Nine of Cups. So they're definitely in a position of where things start to play out, you know, how you hope for it, how you want them to play out for the future. And I feel like, too, there's some energy of like this person softening up to you, too. Alrighty. So that's what I got for you, my darling. All right. Next is Tiffany. I forgot to put your name on the screen, Arminta. My bad. But I'll put your name on the screen. Tiffany, I'm pretty sure I have a slide with your name on it somewhere in here. I'm looking for it. You know what? I'll just hurry up and make one. But watch, the moment I finish it, I'll see it. Okay. Tiffany. Okay, perfect, fiery phoenix. I was assuming that you were magical lioness. I'm glad that you confirmed that for me. All right, Tiffany, let me pull up your PayPal. Okay. Number one. I love the number that you sent too. All right. Should you cut your friendship off with number one and number two? Number 6 of Pentacles, 7 of Wands, and then let's get one more. 5 of Wands. Very interesting here. I feel like Spirit is saying you should, and the reason why they're saying that is there's not a lot of reciprocity when it comes to this friendship at times. I'm also seeing they're saying that it's definitely time for you to kind of like stand up for yourself, your beliefs, and just be protective of your energy of, who you share yourself with. I feel like Spirit is saying like, this time is coming to an end. It's time to kind of like surrender and let this go, just because if you don't, you're going to continue. It's just not going to be a very well balanced friendship, but also too, there's going to be a lot of disagreements and arguments that will come from this if you continue to stay in it a little bit longer than what they want you to. I also feel that, this is about you choosing what is best for you, right? Let's see. Trying to fix this a little bit more. I feel like it's blurry. Okay. You said for both of them. It's giving me the vibe of both of them, but I feel like, let's see which one you got to get rid of first. Let's see. Number 9 of Pentacles, the Emperor, and the Goddess of Wands. Whoever has the stronger fire energy, they don't necessarily have to be a fire sign, but it could be the one that you've been having the most disagreements with, the one that's been a little bit argumentative, a little bit combative at times. Like the energy, it's like you've been experiencing this personally and like, physically with this person, or you feel it energetically. Like, let's say you start hanging around this person, you notice you start getting a headache, or you don't feel as great as you did before you arrived to that person or connected with that person or talked to that person. And you can start to feel the symptoms of everything, especially when things are toxic or unhealthy, right? But I feel like whoever this person is the person that has like they could be full of drama, they could be toxic, they could just be a heavy gossiper, and it's just like low vibrational energy. It's something about this person just has like a very strong fiery presence. Like I said, they don't have to be a fire sign, but it's like there's something in their energy where it's like they're not grounded enough to be a part of your friendship circle anymore, if that makes sense. So that's the first person. The second person, Spirit does want you to, cut ties with that person. But it doesn't have to be as drastic. It could be, kind of subtle, like maybe y'all don't hang out as much as y'all used to, or you don't talk to them as much as you used to. You're like cordial or casual with them every now and then, like if you run into each other at a certain place or whatever. But more so, just at the end of the day, they want you to move on from these friendships, from these two people. The one that I was speaking of earlier with the like fiery energy, a little, toxic, not good vibe that I'm picking up. Be very careful with this person. I feel like there could be some backstabbing with them, or they might try to throw something in your face, or like try to shade you. So be mindful of that, and just just be poised with it. You don't have to throw gasoline at a fire, right? Just like, okay, in your mind, like, okay, this is exactly why we're not friends anymore, type of thing. Hey, Anastasia, I'm doing well. I am still accepting donations. if you want to join the list. All right, the next one is, will my daughter be able to get into the school with her older two brothers this year? Oh, that would be great. Let's see. Will she get into that school with her brothers? Ooh, we have the Ace of Pentacles. That looks promising. Let's see what else we get. We have the Hangman. We have the Strength card. I feel like there is a strong possibility she'll end up going to that same school with her older brothers. I think the only thing is that you have to be kind of on them. So like getting the updates. Don't be like, a pest where you like messaging them every day, but more so like checking up like, hey, just following up to see if there's still any slots available. There's, any spots available for this grade, well, whatever, like however you want to word it. But just, keep an update on everything. Also, to look at another potential school that you think that she might enjoy. That would be like a really good fit for her as well too. Not saying like, oh, she wouldn't get into this school because there's no space, but more so like you rather just have your options available. That way, if anything shifts or changes, it's like, oh my God, and I got to start figuring out everything. It's just like, okay, we got a backup plan. And I know sometimes people say like, oh, you shouldn't have a backup plan because you're saying that your first idea won't, happen. And it's just like, you got to be realistic sometimes too. And plus, I think that it can keep your focus off of wanting her to get into this school too, if that makes sense. So I do see her being able to attend that same school with her brothers, which would be so great. We have the Fool, yeah. It looks good. I feel like the other option that you'll end up looking into or finding out about will be somewhere that's in, I don't know, like, your location, obviously, but like, I'm getting this vibe of like, it'll be in the area where, not necessarily, it won't be like in the traditional, it'll be a little bit out the way of where you typically go, but it'll be worth it if she were to go to that other option, that other school. In the Fool, there's a lot of tall buildings there too. So not necessarily like it's in a downtown area, but it could be near a lot of other like restaurants or just places where it's like a really great fit for kids, but also parents and like, families, if that makes sense. Like it's like a really nice neighborhood, safe neighborhood, safe school is what I'm picking up from this one too. I feel like you'll be with another school option though, you probably connect with some more mothers, and you all be kind of kind of close as well too. So there's like benefits to both. Like if she goes to the school with her older brothers or if she goes to a different school. So that's nice. So either or should be in good hands. And then the next one, my nephew. Aww. Let's see. Should you drive or fly? Or should y'all fly? That's a lot of cards. But Three of Pentacles, Goddess of Pentacles, Six of Swords. It's funny because this is a moving card, like travel card, and then a Four of Swords. Okay. Alrighty. So, in order to give you the answer to this, it's all about the finances. So, if everybody can cover the cost of their flight, Spirit is like saying flying is like the best option. They recommend that one. It'll probably be a quicker flight for you all, and just easier. You'll be able to kind of just rest. I mean, you can rest when you're on the plane because you're not driving. You're not flying the plane. You're the passenger, right? When you're driving, you are responsible to stay up and get to the destination and everything. And of course, maybe you all can take turns, but the idea is that it might just be a little bit easier to just fly, but it's all about the cost too. So if it's not ridiculously expensive, then totally fly. If it is out of the ballpark, then it makes sense to drive, of course. But with the driving, they say if you have to drive, make sure you leave at a good hour, probably early in the morning, like super early in the morning, so you can get to the location at a good time to beat traffic and to just kind of get settled in. I'm a type of person where I like, if I have to go somewhere, I like to try to get there the day before, or I get there like super, super early the day of. Stuff like that's what they're saying. So you can get some time to rest and just like, get yourself together for the event, for the wedding. So that's what I got for that. And then the last one, love song for my future spouse. You got it. Let's get you some love songs. All right, Anastasia, I'll add you to the list. All right, love songs from her future spouse, please. All right, so we have If This World Were Mine by Luther Vandross and Cheryl Lynn. The lyrics are, if this were mine, I'll place at your feet all that I own. You've been so good to me. If this were mine, I'll give you the flowers, the birds and the bees, and the old love inside me. That would be all I need. If this were mine, I'll give you anything. So that's the first song. Let's see what else we get. We have Fire We Make by Alicia Keys and Maxwell. With the fire we make, it's getting hotter and hotter, like a moth to a flame. I can't stay away. From the fire we make, it's getting higher and higher, like the night to the day. I can't stay away. And then let's get one more. One more. Uh-oh. Okay. I'm like, I dropped one, but I think I caught it. Okay, we have All My Life, Casey and JoJo. This is a beautiful song too. And we have, in all my life, I pray for someone like you, and I thank God that I finally found you, because all my life I pray for someone like you, and I hope that you love me too, and I hope that you feel the same way too. I love that. That's absolutely beautiful, Tiffany. Your spouse is like so romantic and just like very charming. I get that energy with him, with your future spouse. Alrighty. So that's what I got for you, Tiffany. I hope you enjoyed your reading. And I'm going to flip the songs over too so you can see them in case you want to listen to them. Hopefully you can see them pretty well. I know it's like reflecting off the light. All right. Up next is, I think, Magical Lioness, and then Anastasia. Good night, Armintha. Magical Lioness. Okay. And your question was on, I think, Cash App. You're welcome. Okay. Your question is, how does D feel about you? Let's see. This your little boo thing. We got Ace of Cups, you got the Three of Swords, and we got the Nine of Cups. I feel like this person definitely, Four of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, they definitely get in their head, like their heart literally overflows for you. Their feelings, their thoughts of you, all of that, right? But I feel like with this Three of Swords in the middle, I feel like there's definitely some pain and hurt with this connection, and it could be. I definitely feel like there's a strong disconnect right now because of the Four of Pentacles right here. Four of Pentacles is about taking a pause, but also collecting. So I feel like this pause that you might be experiencing with this person, they've been collecting a lot of the memories and the feelings that they have for you. And it's just kind of overflowing right now. So I feel like in this moment, this person is definitely in this space of like where they're could be like missing you and thinking of you a lot. You could be feeling their energy and marrying that as well too. The Three of Swords with the Nine of Cups too, though, it's giving me this vibe of that. There's a chance for you all to kind of talk things out at some point, but I feel like it has to come from them being the one to initiate it, is what I'm picking up here, because it seems like you were very flexible, you were very understanding, you were very patient with this person, and we're not saying like you were trying to be everything that they needed and wanted, but it was like you're naturally a good catch, right? And so it seems like a part of you was just trying to, I feel like we all do this at some point in our lives where we're like, yo, I'm a good catch. This is why you should be with me. Like I do all of these great things. I'm this great person. And like, you were trying to show like there's something about your energy where you really tried your best and gave them multiple chances. And I feel like, that ended in like this pause, this heartache or this pain right here that I'm sensing. But I do feel like this person kept a lot of stuff quiet with you about how they felt because they were trying to play it cool, is what I'm getting. The spirit wants me to for some reason grab one of these astral cards. So let's see what comes out. So I feel like that's another thing. Like they were trying to play it cool. Okay, 2 cards wanted to come out here. Do we want them? No, we put them back because we only need one. All right, we have the 7th house is about relationships. First off, see, spirit has a reason for everything. So 7th house, relating. So it says partners, companionship, best friends, marriage, relationships, opposition, equilibrium, sharing, communion, justice, balance, and social awareness. So I feel like with this person, they have I'm getting they have commitment issues, a little bit of commitment issues, and they have a lot of chaos in their 7th house. Probably if we were like if we had access to like natal chart, I feel like relationships is an area of growth for this person because they don't know they never really experienced a healthy one, right? And so I feel like that plays a role in like how they handle their emotions and how they handle relationships and how they handle just connections with people, because you, like I said, you're a great catch. They may not be used to someone being a great catch, so they treat everybody the same regardless of how amazing they are, because they feel like that's how people treat them basically. Let's see what else we have in terms of like how they feel for you. We have safe place. There's nothing like being able to let your guard down and know that you are protected by your partner's love. And let's get one more. I feel like their higher self gives me this energy where they feel like they could be safe with you. They could, feel safe to love you, which is why the Ace of Cups was the first card that came out. But it's like that pain, that trauma, what they're used to, what they're familiar with, that's what keeps kind of like winning when it comes to, what they do next. So like, the mind over heart type of thing. It's like pain over love. It's like, I go to what I'm familiar with. I'm not used to someone being nice to me. I'm not used to someone checking up on me all the time. So to them, it's like off-putting because that's not what they're used to. But to you, it's like, you know, why are you trying to hurt me? Why are you trying to, disconnect when it's like, that's a good thing. Someone wants to check up on you. Then we have law of attraction. We attract what we are. Use the law of attraction to manifest your perfect match by being the perfect match to yourself first. And so also this could be like a opportunity for you to notice within yourself if there's anything that you might that might mirror what they're doing. So like, it could be like a small thing. It doesn't have to be like, oh, you're doing exactly what they're doing, that's why everything's like it is. But more so, typically, something from the other person is mirroring what's within us, or how we think or how we feel. It could be the smallest thing, but it's something that they're saying that you should be mindful of as well too. Like revealing this piece of you that you didn't even know that was actually being reflected to you through this person, if that makes sense. So I remember, like in college, like certain people would do certain things, like, when it comes to communication. And I'm like, I don't know why they do this, blah, blah, blah. And then like months later, I realized I actually do that to people. I was like, oh, that's not really a thing that you should be doing, ma'am. So I had to change that. And once I noticed that, I'm like, we mirror each other. Like the people that were doing the things that I didn't like, I'm like, oh, we're mirroring each other. I just do it a little bit differently, right? We don't want to we don't want to, call ourselves out sometimes, right? So that's be mindful of that. Okay. So yeah. Are you self-sabotage? That could also explain the Three of Swords and this Ace of Cups. Self-sabotaging. In a sense of like, love is here, but you self-sabotage. You find a problem with it. You find something to think or to believe and get in your head about it. Okay? So don't do that. It takes practice to, get out of it, but it's okay. Hello, designer tapes barbershop. You surely can get the $35 package. All right. And then up next is Anastasia. I'll message them just in case. You're welcome, my dear. All right, Anastasia. Get you some love messages. Alrighty. You can be next right after this person that I'm reading. So they're just getting love notes. So that'll take about like a couple minutes. But once you submit your payment and your questions, you can be up next. All right. We have Why Are You So Beautiful? We have You Are So Radiant. You Shine Like the Brightest Star. We have I'm sorry for not stepping up. I was scared, but I know I must release that fear. We should talk about everything and clear the air. I want to taste you. You are my sun. You are my moon. Karma, karma, karma is here kicking my butt. Maybe the full moon is kicking their butt. That's what I'm channeling. Not necessarily karma, but the full moon. I'm scared to fall in love if we're truly facing fears. And they also want me to get you some of my Hollywood romance stars cards too. Like they're not love notes, but they're love messages. Well, this one was like flipped over in the deck. So let's start off with this. Soulmate. The person you are inquiring about is your soulmate. That sense of familiarity and comfort you feel is confirmation. Let's get another card. We have clarity. Someone is finally sees the answer that was always right in front of their eyes. The vision is clear, therefore what is to come shall be clear too. This recognition and this acceptance is what I'm hearing this person is receiving at this time when it comes to you and like their feelings and like this connection. We have harvest. You planted the seed in the universe that the universe gave you. Due to your patience and growth, you are now able to enjoy the fruits of your labor. And then let's get one more. Main attraction. That's funny because this is one of the cards that came out in the beginning, but I put it back. Someone can't keep their eyes off you. You are the leading star. You are the center of attention. All right. So these are the messages from your person. I hope that resonated with you, Anastasia. I hope you're doing well. Are you still in Japan? I know it's been a while. But I'm like, I remember you being in Japan. All right. Okay, let it go. When spirit tells you to do something, listen. Listen. Alrighty. And then, cool. Maybe next year I'll bug you again about the popcorn. I don't think they have it right now. I think it's only like in the springtime. And then I think Designer Tapes Barbershop, you can be next. If you submit your payment and your questions, we're done so far. We finished the list. All right, I got your Cash App. I'm assuming your name it starts with a B. I don't want to say it just in case somebody else sent it. Oh, you're so sweet, Anastasia. Anastasia's like the coolest ever and the sweetest. She sent me my favorite popcorn all the way from Japan. Like, I know I'm going to be that pregnant lady that's like having random cravings and wants whatever I want wherever it is around the world. All right, awesome. Okay, so you want the $35 package. So that includes 4 tarot questions, 3 pendulums, chakra check-in, ancestral messages, charms, and love notes. So we can start off with whatever you want to start off with. So if you need time to get your questions in the chat, I can start doing like your chakra check-in. I can do ancestral messages and like love messages first. And then you can like, once I finish those, we can get into the questions. So just let me know how you want to, proceed. I know it is so good. I'm so mad they don't make it in the States anymore, which is like super annoying. I'm like, how do you guys not make something that you started here anymore? I know. All right, I'm ready for your questions. You can start sending them away. I'll start off with your chakra check-in. So we'll do it where are those cards? That's a real quick, easy peasy thing. All right. So I'll pull out the chakra cards out of this deck. And then get my pendulum to go through each card so we can get a little insight about the chakras to see if it's balanced or not. Is that 7? Nope, that's 6. I need one more. Okay. All right. I'm going to just put them in order. Root chakra, sacrum, 3rd, 4th. Okay. All right, so let's do this. Let me put your name on the screen too. So the name on the screen is just kind of like your timestamp to come back for the reading later when it gets posted. So I'll just put designer. I'll put designer tapes. So whenever you come back to your reading, you can just go to that and then, or you just look for that and then you can just know that's the timestamp to watch your reading. All right, so this is for your chakra check-in. So let's see what chakras are balanced and what chakras need some attention. So how is their root chakra? Your root chakra is very good. It's strong. Good job. So I flip over the ones that are, great. All right. How is the sacral chakra? Sacral chakra is great. Awesome. How is the solar plexus chakra? Solar plexus chakra is doing pretty great. All right. I'll put these away. All right. Next one. Heart chakra. How is the heart chakra? Heart chakra seems like it needs some attention. It's not balanced as much. Okay. What about the throat chakra? Throat chakra needs a little bit of attention too. Okay. What about the third eye chakra? Third eye chakra seems like it's doing, yep, it's doing well. Okay. And then your seventh chakra, which is your crown chakra. How's the crown chakra for this person? Crown chakra seems like it's doing pretty great too. All right, so the only two chakras out of 7 are the heart and the throat chakra. So there could be some blockages here when it comes to, wanting to accept love, wanting to, call in love due to these blockages. So maybe there's some things that you might have to address when it comes to previous relationships or situationships or just people in your life where it may not have not been the best in terms of like balance when it comes to love. And that can be with the parent, that could like from your childhood, that could be from actual romantic relationship. Everybody's heartache and heart chakra issues vary, right? I feel like also too, with the connection with the throat chakra, they're telling me there's some a message that they have for you at this time is that the next time that you do fall in love or the next time that you do meet someone where you feel like that could be the next big step for you, the next move when it comes to your love life, to not be afraid to speak up about how you feel about them. So not playing it cool, not like, okay, yeah, I like you. Like, but no, you like, no, I really do like you. And I enjoy our time together. Like being confident and like, sharing that with that person and not being afraid to share that. And also too, let's say you dated someone in the past and you were like, well, I did that before and it didn't work out. Like, don't use that as a metric to determine what you do with your next relationship with somebody. Like, that might have just been the person you needed to do that stuff with, but the next person you end up with, that's perfect. Like, they receive it well. They, match your energy, if not top it. It's kind of like this beautiful, harmonious, connection right there. So I feel like it's important for you to balance these chakras so you can make sure that you are able to maintain that with that person, right? And of course, it's not just your job. It's their job too to do what they need to do to maintain the relationship as well. But that's what they're telling me with this. And ways to balance the heart chakra and the root chakra, definitely. I'm hearing them say drinking more herbal teas, like trying a herbal tea to kind of like clear out any blockages within the throat chakra. Also connecting with the color green. So if you have any plants in your home, or if you like have like a chance to like go to a shop, like a floral shop, and buy some plant, like one plant, doesn't have to be a lot, but connecting with like nature is really big here. And I feel like another thing too is just, asking yourself for forgiveness in ways where you may have like done something where you didn't put yourself first, or you just did something that was out of the ordinary. It wasn't who you really are. And like just asking yourself for forgiveness and forgiving yourself for that. That's another big thing that I'm picking up here as well to help you with this heart chakra energy. All right. So that was for the heart. That was for the chakra check-in. So now let's get into your questions. You said my business going to do well, and then love life. So are you saying, is your business going to do well? Is that like your first question? All right. So will your business do well? All right. 3 cards want to pop out immediately. We have the 4 of Cups, the Star card. You know what? I want to get another deck too in the Seven of Wands. Let me grab this other deck. I feel like your business can be very successful, but there's something. Let me get this other deck to see if we can get some more information about it. They're telling me there's something that you have to tweak within like your business plan, within like how you're operating it right now, or how you plan to operate it. It's like that missing puzzle piece is what I'm getting. It's better to do it now before waiting to the end where it gets like really crazy and hard for you to fix. Seven of Knives, which is the Seven of Swords. Dr. Buzzard, which is the Justice card. And then Miss Robinson. I always forget what she is. I want to say she's the Death card. I'm pretty sure she's the Death card. Let me look at the booklet really quick. Let's see. Miss Robinson, number 65, page 65. She is, nope, she's not the Death card because the ancestors, oh, she's the Devil. I always forget that she's the Devil. Okay, cool. So 3 major arcana cards here. You have a couple cards with the number 7 on it. So like I said, you definitely have potential for it being successful. I get that what you need to work on or adjust when it comes to the business, it has something to do with like making sure, the finances are right. So like the tax part, like IRS think of that. But there's something else connected to, I'm hearing them say the word clause. So making sure that like liability, I don't know how to word it, but like depending on the work that you do, if someone were to say like, oh, this happened during your whatever, like whatever type of work, it's like you have it covered, where they can't sue you for it, or they can't come to you, trying to sue you basically. And I think it's really important to just like have that prepared in a sense. Oftentimes you can create like you can connect with they have like not lawyers online or whatever, but they have people that you can connect with online to like help you write a type of whether it's business contracts or some type of document that just covers you if someone were to try to come after you or to say something in a way that could put your business at risk, right? So that's another thing that I pick up. But making sure that the finances, the IRS stuff, that's good to go. That is locked in. There's no issues with it. There's no discrepancies. So making sure everything matches. That's really big. That's really important here. Is what I see. I also want to say the reason why they're really advocating for you to do these things now is because there's someone in your not in your intermediate life, so like not someone that you are connected with like on a day-to-day basis, but more so they know of you, you know of them. It's like they're waiting for your downfall. Like they're waiting for it. And so that's why Spirit is saying, make sure you have all your ducks in a row. Make sure, your I's are dotted. Everything is like spotless, clean, where nobody can say this person is doing something shady. This person did this to me. Therefore, I'm going to sue them. This person didn't do this complete this document right. So we can, come back and take money from them or we can sue them or whatever. That's what I'm getting. And I'm not trying to like scare you or anything, but they're just saying that, it is best to have everything organized perfect. That way your business can continue to flourish, right? Ain't nothing like doing well for 5 years and then IRS like, hey, we're gonna audit everything. And then you're like, wait a minute, okay, cool. But then things are not adding up, things are missing, then it becomes a problem, right? So just plan for that. And then for your love life, you said, let's get some cards for that. So that'd be your next question. What's up with the love life? Messages for that. I have ancestral money, love queen. Thank you, R. Isaacs. I'm like, I don't know why, but when it comes to this deck, I always forget what Miss Robinson is. Maybe her energy does it on purpose. Okay, so we have the 9 of baskets, we have the 2 of sticks, we have the 7 of baskets. So it definitely feels like love has been on your mind. You know, you've been kind of waiting to get like some more information, like when is that coming in? You know, what changes are going to happen when it comes to the love life, right? And so the 2 of sticks in this particular deck talks about like partnerships. It talks about planning for the future, progress, movement, also like kind of deciding how to pursue things, right? The 9 of baskets typically talks about like, you know, having pretty much everything that you want, that you've been praying for, that you've been working towards, right? And then with the 7 of baskets, it's basically like those dreams. So the dreams that you've had, the dreams that you have planted, you know, they're finally coming into fruition. You know, they're finally showing up, right? You're seeing that progress, you're seeing that movement. So I feel like what Spirit is saying is that you're going to start seeing movement within your dating life, within your love life. So you might start dating people that match the type of mindset that you prefer your partner to have. You meet people that kind of match the energy that you have, right? Maybe in the past it wasn't always that easy to experience. It wasn't, you didn't feel like you had the opportunities to really connect with a lot of people. But now you're starting to meet people that are on a different caliber, that are on a different vibe, which is what you like, what you want in your partner. I think that what Spirit is also saying here, they're showing me the lavender, so you know, like relaxing when it comes to the love life, so like not stressing it out, wondering like, you know, when is it gonna happen? You know, I've been waiting for X amount of time, I haven't seen progress yet. Just like being open to knowing that it's coming in is one of the things I hear them say. I also see and hear them say you might end up meeting a really great person when you're traveling or when that person is traveling into the location that you're in. So I do see that as an option as well too. We have the Son of Knives, and I believe the Sun, I always forget. I think the Sun in this deck is he the Knight? I want to say he's the Knight. Let me get the book. I always forget sometimes too with this one. Okay, Son of Knives. I want to say he's the Knight though, because I feel like the daughters are typically the pages. Let's see. Son of Knives. Let's see. Yep, he's the Knight. So yeah. Oh, I just read your comment. Yeah, she's a tricky little devil. She really is. So with the Son of Knives being here, this is giving me the vibe of like, you know, just being innovative when it comes to dating, right? So switching it up a little bit. So maybe not doing the traditional route that you have done in the past. Maybe, you know, try something a little bit different. Let's say you did dating apps a lot and you didn't like it. Then you actually go to events, you go to places where you actually meet people, you know? Or if you do that already and you don't like what you're experiencing and who you're connecting with, maybe try a dating app, right? So like switching up what you normally do and having like that fine balance of both, right? So that allows you to have like a, you know, an additional additional source of like dating, of the dating pool basically. I'm also getting that when it comes to dating your love life, to it's okay to smile. I'm hearing Spirit say that it's okay to smile. It's okay to, you know, like have a good time with that person. Because I feel like the person that you're going to really connect with, they're going to appreciate your lightheartedness. And I think that's why they're telling you to work on the heart chakra so that person can feel the lightness of your heart chakra, right? We pick up on energy. We can tell when people, you know, got a lot going on. We can tell when people are just, you know, very light, very warm and inviting, right? So you want that energy to kind of like naturally just radiate, you know, as you're going out. And you also want that for yourself too. You know, no one wants to walk around with this heaviness in their heart, heaviness on their mind. So kind of clearing out those things to allow you to really relax and just enjoy the dating experiences that you'll have. But I do see you're meeting really great people, so that's exciting. You're gonna have like some really creative dates too. I feel like one of the individuals that you'll date, they're going to be like, you're going to date them, go on multiple dates with this person, and then they're going to come up with a date idea, and then they're going to treat you to a date, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be a little bit different than what you're used to. I like that. All right, so we did the first two questions. What are your next two tarot questions? We got ancestors, which is the death card. I know you haven't asked your question yet, but they wanted me to accept that card and tell you about it. So I will keep it out. Are one of they're telling me to get into your spirit messages. Okay. How about my marriage? Alrighty. Well, first question, are you saying like your future marriage, like when you get married in the future, or are you saying you are currently in a marriage? So I want to make sure I'm understanding your question correctly. Okay, the one that you're in currently. Okay. So it's interesting, Ancestors card came out, which is the death card. And which talks about, it talks about an ending, right? So this could be the representation of like a needing to end the marriage that you're in at this moment. But of course, we're going to get more cards to see what else Spirit has to say. We have the Seven of Coins, which is the Seven of Pentacles. We have the High Priestess, which is Miss Ida. We have the Son of Sticks, which is see, now he looks like he gives me page of sticks energy. But notice in this card, he's like telling us to stop, and you see the snakes in the card as well too. And I'm not sure what's on his shirt, but he's like literally telling you to stop. And so the Seven of Coins talks about investing, right? It talks about planting the seeds and, waiting for everything to blossom, for everything to grow, right? And I feel like Spirit is telling you it's time to stop investing in this marriage that you're in currently, because it's just not the move anymore. It's giving me the vibe that the work has been done. Like whatever you all had to complete in this lifetime, that whatever you all had to resolve in this particular lifetime, based on your soul contracts, that work has been done, right? And so it's really important to not overstay it, to not go past the expiration date, because when we do, that's when we attract more problems, at some point, because our souls are not happy. And I feel like with Miss Ida being in the center, she's being in the middle, right under the ancestors card, it's like I'm hearing it's like your higher self and your ancestors are saying, we're ready for the next chapter for you to experience. So it's like they're ready for you to have this new shift in your love life. So maybe the love life that you're experiencing with this current spouse of yours is not where it's not where it's at. It's not healthy. You're tired of it. It's toxic. It's just not it. And so they're saying we want something, new for you, in a sense. Let's see. We have Pa, which is the moon, and I was looking at the moon in this card too, and notice we have a full moon, currently, right? Full moons talk about cleansing, releasing. Then we have the Five of Knives, we have the Six of Coins, we have the Four Baskets, and we have the Strength card. So I feel like what they're saying here is like, the longer you stay, it's like it delays what you really want for yourself, like what you truly, truly want in terms of your love life, right? And you just have to take that chance. You just have to initiate it, whether it's like initiating the divorce or initiating the separation. You have to do that. Or if, like, let's say it's already in the works, you just have to follow through with it and just accept it for what it is and just do it. Sign the paper if there's like, they're waiting on you to sign the paper type of thing. And just do your best to not lose hope when it comes to love, and to know that just because this didn't work out, this particular marriage didn't work out, doesn't mean your next marriage in the future won't work out, right? Because we have those experiences where we have something that happens in our life and we're like, oh, I'm afraid to try this thing again. And then we can miss out on something amazing. So don't miss out on a beautiful opportunity because of, this particular experience in your life is just like no longer, connected to your purpose and in alignment with who you are as a person and where you are going. I'm also seeing, too, with that Five of Knives here, it's just a lot of conflict. Could have been some betrayal or some type of manipulation within this connection, and obviously her feelings, and just negative energy is what I'm picking up here too. And so Spirit is saying like it's time for you to release that. They're ready for you to release it. It's like they're waiting for you to give them the okay to like, start working on the new, like the new partner, your new love life, if that makes sense. All right, so that's what we have for that question. And then what's your last tarot question? And I know it can be hard probably to hear certain things like that and, like either receive that confirmation or hear it for the first time. So take it lightly. And I also know like tarot is not like law where it's like, oh, the tarot said I got to do this, that, and the third. It's like you can make your own decision at the end of the day. But this is what like Spirit is telling you at this time. So that, of course, they're giving you, their best recommendation and advice. All right, how's the energy towards me and my city? We have the Big Queen. Let's see what else. We have the Free Man, which is the Fool. And then we have the Four of Sticks, which is the Four of Wands. I love it. I love it. I feel like something is telling me to tell you you need to be in a bigger city. You need somewhere bigger than where you are now. They're not saying like, oh, you just gotta up and leave where you are now tomorrow. But they're saying don't get too comfortable to where you limit yourself. So let me think of an example. Like I can't think of the populations and the numbers and stuff, but like, let's say you stay in Atlanta, and they're like, Atlanta is cool. It's a big city, because they have the biggest airport in America, right? It's a big city, but maybe you should consider, Chicago. Maybe you should consider, NYC. Not saying like you have to go to those particular cities, but you get the idea of like where you are is big, but they're saying go bigger, go harder. There's more. Once you feel like you're getting comfortable, then it's time for you to move. If you just moved to this new city that you're in now, like literally recently, of course, enjoy your time there, do what you got to do there. But the moment you start getting too comfortable, that's when you need to leave. Like that's why they say, sometimes people that come from smaller hometowns, they really have to push themselves to get out of that small hometown because it could limit their possibilities, right? So if you come from a hometown where it's like 1,000 people and then you've never been anywhere where there's like over 10,000 people, you can limit yourself at times based on like the opportunities that you want for yourself. You're like, oh, I want to go to school for this particular thing. And your hometown doesn't offer that. They don't even have a university, they have like a small college. So it's like maybe you have to go somewhere outside of your hometown, outside of your comfort zone to really get that access and, and get to the exposure. So in terms of like, how the energy towards you and your city, it's like it's a good fit for you now. But I feel like what Spirit is saying is that it's the stepping stone of where you're supposed to be. So like this city that you're in currently, it's a good fit. It's going to allow you to get you to the next step. But once you start getting comfortable, it's time to move. It's time to go to the next level. Basically, the next level needs to be it needs to have something bigger than what this current city that you're in now has. So whether it's more people, whether it's more whatever field that you're in, like clients and customers that are interested in that type of thing, you have to be mindful of that when you're picking the new location. I'm also seeing that your home, like you might actually end up meeting, you know, the person, like your future spouse, in your new city too. You said, I mean the energy of the people of the new city, of the city in the people in your city. Let's see. What's the energy like of the people in the city? So we have the Three of Basket, which is a really good card for that. And then the Father of Coins. So the people in the city, four baskets, three baskets, is about like, celebratory energy. It's about spending time with folks that you feel connected to, that you enjoy, and you all are able to celebrate. You're able to have a good time. And kind of like, sometimes it gives me Three of Pentacles energy too, with the collaboration energy. But I feel like because of the connectedness that you experience with these people, you're able to have that Three of Pentacles energy where you're able to work together, or you're able to like support each other basically. I feel like the people in that city that you're in currently, there's like it's a good amount of good people there. I will say they're showing me this image of like some folks that might be how do I word it? I don't want to say haters, but envious of your success. So that, I remember how I said this city that you're in currently is a stepping stone, and it's gonna get you like to a higher level. But of course, when you make that next move, it's gonna get you even to a closer, bigger, higher level. But like, there are gonna be people in that city that you live in now that are gonna be very envious of you because they're gonna see that glow up. They're gonna see the success. So I feel like what happens is you meet people, everybody's cool, y'all vibe. But as you continue to glow up and as you continue to be successful, you're going to start to see people's true colors where they're like, oh, they only mess with you and talk to you, when things were a little rough or things were a little bit slow for your business. But then the moment things start taking off, it's like, the vibes are a little off. Something's a little shady. But then you see the people who really celebrate you and that support you and that are there for you too. So you will have a good select amount of like friends and a good amount of like customers, clients, however you want to call them, for your business, connecting with you and wanting to work with you and be around you for sure. But there will also be, it's gonna be some. It's always gonna be a hater somewhere in now, you know. I see that energy too. And for your people, like I feel like it's a good spot for you to be in right now. So if you ever second guess it, don't second guess it. But I'm excited for whatever this next city you go to is gonna be like, because it definitely seems like Spirit is just unlocking so many doors for you with that. I know it's a lot that I'm channeling, but they wanted me to share all of that. All right, so now let's do the easier parts, the pendulum questions. Where did I put the pendulum at? All right, so with the pendulum, yes or no questions. I don't have the other one with me. But yeah, yes or no questions, or you can do a timing because I have this one with me too. So either yes or no questions or like a timing question is acceptable based on the question that you have. You said, I've been here my whole life, had the shop 12 years. Oh, that's a long time. That's awesome. Maybe you should consider having another shop in another city location as well too. Who knows? You don't have anything else right now? Okay. Well, if you ever do think of your pendulum questions at some point, you can always email me and just say, like, hey, I had 3 pendulum questions I didn't use. Can I use them now? That's my email. Could you come up with something? I probably can come up with one. Let's see. Should you I have I have a better question. Will you have a business in another state, in another city? All right. Will you have a business in another city than the city that you currently reside in right now? Yes. So you're going to have another business somewhere else outside of the current city that you live in now. So that's what I can think of at the time, at this moment. All right, let's do the other parts of your reading. So ancestral messages and then love notes. So we can get love notes from your future spouse. I'm gonna use these guys. They want me to use these for you. For your love notes. So let's see what we get. We have security. What is yours will always be yours. This love is secured by the divine. So I feel like this person is letting you know, like, you can be safe with them. They will be safe with you. Plus, like, there's this protective energy. Like, you always will be protected and loved by this person, and you will show that energy with them as well too. I'm hearing your future spouse. They don't play about you. Love that. And like, you won't play about them. That's nice. Let's see what else we have. We have final shot. Now is the time. The clock is ticking. If you never shoot your shot, then you will always wonder what if. So I feel like what they're saying here with the final shot is that I'm actually channeling something that's a little bit different from the card. Like, this is the one. Like, this is the final. This is the one. Like, for example, let's say this is their first marriage. This would be like their first and only marriage, basically. So they're saying, like, this is the marriage that lasts. I'm gonna get a couple more, and then I'll get you some love notes from one of my decks. I'll probably do the first edition. We have playfulness. Playful time is essential for relationships. Have a little fun recapturing romance with your partner. So you all would definitely have a good time together. You'll be able to enjoy each other's company. It's a vibe, You can laugh. You can have fun. I feel like y'all just love to laugh. You make each other laugh too. That's another thing that I get. And then let's get one more. And then we'll get some love notes from this person. All right, we have 2. We have magnetic souls. Your sacred souls are instantly drawn towards each other. And then, I actually said, didn't I say that for one of these cards? because I said playfulness. It's the vibe. Enjoy the good vibes and energy with this person because they are like no other. All right, so let's get you some real love notes and see what they want to say to you. All right, future spouse, what do you want to say to your future spouse? We have, my heart and mind always come back to you. I love that. We have, you and I will always meet somewhere in between. So that means kind of like, you always will have a place to go to. You will always have like this common ground. So when you do have an argument or disagreement, you're going to always, reconnect and not be something that just lasts forever, in terms of like the argument. We have, I love you more than you'll ever know. Beautiful. We have, I prayed to God to save you for me. I love that. Let's get some more. We have, I want the whole world to know that I'm with you. Aww. We have, will you marry me? So, not saying they're going to propose to you, but, they see you as their future spouse. Like the moment you all just really connect and just spend time together, like, oh my gosh, when is this person going to ask me to marry them? Type of thing. All right, let's get a couple more. We have, you are so beautiful. Next we have, you are my weakness, you are my sweet spot. And then finally, you got all of me, I belong to you. I love that. I love it. All right, now okay. Now I think we do your ancestral messages. And then we'll get a couple of charms and we'll be done. And remember, like I said, when you think of some pendulum questions out of the blue, feel free to email me. All right. Your first card is, we are celebrating your success along with you. We have, stay strong in your faith and never lose sight of the goal. All right, we got a lot of cards that came out. We have, it's okay if you thought you were over it, but it hits you all over again. Healing is a process. I feel like that could be connected to the heart chakra. Remember, we were talking about that earlier. It's time to release all physical, energetic toxins from your life. Purify and detox. All right, next. Let's see what else we get. We have, doors are finally opening. The wait wasn't punishment, it was preparation. Next, we have, you're so much closer than you think. Keep going. We have, we are hugging you and letting you know that we are here for you. We know things may have been hard. We have, hydrate and feed your body. Don't forget about us as well. Let's see what else we get. Get a couple more. We have, oh, look at that. You are manifesting healthy relationships and financial prosperity. Let's get one more. One more. All right, we have two. We have, are you ready? Are you sure? There's no turning back now. And then finally, abundance, love, and wealth are coming your way. I love that. I love that. So those are your ancestral messages for you. So I hope that resonated with you. And then we're going to do your charms and we'll be done. All right. Charms, we have the pair of scissors. So there's a need to release, cut, out toxins, any physical toxins out of your life, purifying your life, cleansing your life, getting rid of stuff. We have trust. I feel like that was a word. That word was in one of these cards, or maybe it wasn't. But just trusting in your future, trusting in the well-being, of just like the abundance and love and the wealth that's coming towards you, that's coming into your life, celebrating your success. Trust and know that things are going to continue to work out in your favor. We have the heart here, so like just, resonating with the cards that talk about love. We have the weights here, so this could be saying there's a need for you to kind of like take a step back on certain things in your life, so you're not over, putting so much weight on yourself, and then also too making sure that you're maintaining your physical health as well too. Next here, we have the little crab, and we are in Cancer season, so there could be some messages, from your ancestors, from spirit that just pop through for you during this time period, Cancer season. We have Leo, which is generous, so there could be some additional energies that show up to you, financially. Also, I feel like spiritually, where you're able to kind of feel relaxed and release. You release a lot of things out of your life in the Leo season as well, which is right after Cancer season. So Cancer season and Leo season are really significant for you. Next we have here is a revolver. So I feel like this is about protection in a sense, but also too like Russian, what is it called? Russian roulette? I don't think, I think it's what it's called, where there's a bullet in one of the chambers and all the other ones are empty. And the idea is that don't put yourself in situations where you're not comfortable. I won't say not comfortable, that you're not able to get yourself out of, right? Because you don't want to feel like you're playing Russian roulette, basically. So, like think about like gambling, right? Let's say you playing blackjack, you win 5 hands straight back to back, but something in your body is telling you, all right, get the money and go. You're like, no, I'm on the roll. I've been winning 5 times. And then that 6th time that you play, you lose everything, right? So be mindful of that. Your intuition is what I'm hearing them say. So I feel like as you kind of clear out these toxins and things, you're able to really tap into your intuition, and it becomes stronger, right? It becomes more just useful and powerful for you, where it's just so on point. You can pick up something before you even like really get it, and like get it into your like energetic field, if that makes sense. Like you can pick up on somebody's energy before they even say hi to you. You're like, I don't trust that person. And then 10 minutes later somebody tells you, oh yeah, voice so and so because X, Y, and Z. Like you already picked it up, type of thing. So that's what I have for your charms, the messages. Let's see if I can get one more. All right, we have I choose strength. Uh-oh. And then, well, it's right on that card, so that's perfect. We have the turtle, so taking things slow as needed. And then we have live your dream. So making sure that you're pursuing your dreams, and you're not giving up on them, whatever they are. All right. So I think that's it in terms of your package. Like I said, if you think of any pendulum questions over time, feel free to email me, and I will remember that you have pendulum questions left. But yeah, I hope the reading resonated with you and was helpful. It was a pleasure to read for you. Uh-oh, okay. And I think that was it for the night. So we'll end our live here. I appreciate you all hanging out with me. I hope you all enjoyed the readings that you heard. And sometimes, when you're hearing readings, you're able to connect with some of them and resonate with them. And it can be messages that you need as well, too. So hopefully those that were watching were able to have that opportunity to connect with somebody's reading. Alrighty. So I will see you all again very, very soon on the live. As always, if you have additional questions or want to book a reading with me, you can email me or you can check out my website. I have a new website now as well too. All right, everybody. I hope you all enjoyed the reading. It resonated with everybody. And you all have an amazing rest of your day, evening, night, wherever you are in the world. And I will see you all very soon. Peace and love. Good night, love queen. I gotta take my iPad out the stand in order for me to end the live. I can't press the button. Okay. Bye, y'all.